You've turned on to Rykerroad!
Well, guys, we are on another 21 Pilots here, and we have We Don't Believe What's on TV lyric video. A little bit of a mouthful, but I'm interested to see what this is going to entail with that kind of title.
Well, looking at the comments, which, you know, we tend to not do it,
right?
Know, but sometimes whenever we're kind of like lost out at sea, when we're doing a journey where it's kind of like, okay, let's remember where we are, you know, and looking at the comments, it was very interesting to see people's take on this, because one comment in particular said, this song makes me appreciate everything in my life.
Yeah.
So knowing that Tyler has written about very serious mental issues, I'll put it that way, it makes me wonder if that's the road that we're going to go down tonight. Sure. So we are prepared for emotional, so who knows what's going to happen, but I think that we should just turn it off and ignore it.
Okay. All right. Welcome back, you music junkies. I'm Eric. I'm the hip-hop head.
I'm Kyle. I'm the metalhead.
And we're brothers that react to shits. Let's do that. Tonight we have 21 Pilots. We Don't Believe What's on TV lyric video.
Let's do it. Well,
Oh. Okay. Not what I was expecting.
this is like punk mandolin.
We don't believe what's on TV because it's what we want to see, and what we want, we know we can't believe. We have all learned to kill our dreams. I need to know that when I fail, you'll still be here.
Okay.
'Cause if you stick around, I'll sing you pretty sounds, and we'll make money selling your hair.
What the fuck? Okay.
You ever feel like there's sometimes when Tyler writes a rhyme and you're like, you couldn't rhyme this way with anything else, so you put that there.
Yeah.
But no, it's always thought out. Always.
It is.
Like,
it is.
It's like, okay, so what is that supposed to mean? Also, with this being a part of, well, Blurry Face being like the beginning of the lore and everything, where it's like, okay, like, what's going on with this? Is this about them seeing what's happening in the land of like, no, it's like, don't believe the lies. I mean, who knows?
Sure.
But selling your hair, that's a very interesting part. So I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about that.
Yeah. But it was just the fact of the fact of if you stick around, I'll sing you pretty sounds. Like that was cool. I like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, this is good.
But, okay, all right. Let's get back into this, guys.
Pretty sounds, and we'll make money selling your hair. I don't care what's in your hair. I just want to know what's on your mind. I used to say I want to die before I'm old, but because of you I might think twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right.
I'm liking it.
Second verse. What if my dream does not happen?
Called it out.
Would I just change what I've told my friends? Don't want to know who I would be when I wake up from a dreamer's sleep. I need to know that when I fail, you'll still be here.
Yeah, please.
Cause if you stick around, I'll sing you pretty sounds, and we'll make money selling your hair. But I don't care what's in your hair. I just wanna know what's on your mind. I used to say I
like
wanna
the trumpet
die
in the
before
background.
I'm old,
Yeah.
but because of you, I might think twice.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna get too deep into things, but the fact of like that whole line, I used to want to die before I'm old, but because of you, I might think twice. Look, there's a lot to that. You know, when I was younger, I didn't give a shit, and you know, now that I am older, my life is pretty precious to me, and the time here, and the people that I'm gonna spend it with, and you know, stuff like that. So I like that line. It was just, I think sometimes it just takes time to figure that out. But yeah, okay, all right. I didn't want to get too mushy there, but I like it.
No, I agree, man. It's just, I don't think that it's dependent on age. I think that it's one of those that when you reach a point in your life, no matter what the measurement is, but dude, it makes you stop and think a lot.
Absolutely.
You know, it's one of those where it's like, no, man, I don't want to waste my time, you know, like worrying about this or doing this, where it's like, no, man, I've got a path ahead of me. You know? So, dude,
exactly.
I'm still trying to figure out, because it almost seems like hair is very symbolic here, where he's like, you know, we can sell it, and he's like, I don't care what's in it. You know,
I want to know what's on your mind.
Yes, I don't know if that maybe that's a way for him to say, you know, I don't like, you know, I'll take away your troubles. Like we can sell them, we can get rid of them, you know, whatever. I mean, because I mean, when you think about something getting caught in your hair, it's a nightmare. You know, no pun intended. I'm trying to, you know, make it rhyme, but no, this is interesting. So, but I'm really digging that mandolin punk sound because it almost kind of feels like it's like Travis Barker's doing something back there, but it's like, no, man, it's Josh, man. He's just rocking it, dude. You know, so I love this dude. This is awesome.
All right, let's get back into this, guys.
Before a move, but because of you, I might think twice. I don't care what's in your hair. I just want to know what's on your mind. I used to say I want to die before a move, but because of you, I might think twice.
I love that. This one's just so raw.
I like it. I wonder if they do this one live.
It's getting quieter.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to go out.
And he kicked it up right at the end.
I like it.
That's awesome.
Now, I could be off here, but that I was just kind of thinking about the fact of I don't care what's in your hair. I want to know what's on your mind. I'm wondering if it's kind of going into that concept of what I've said and joked about, where it's like, I don't care like who you vote for, or whatever. What do you get on your pizza?
Right, yeah.
That's what matters. Do pineapples go on it for you, or is it a no?
Sure.
You know, maybe I'm wrong, but it kind of felt like that right there, where it's like, I don't care I want to know what's on your mind, what the things that really matter, because all the other things don't matter when it boils down to it. It's what's on your mind, and how are we going to do this?
Well, I think now that I'm like processing it, isn't it interesting that Car Radio, he cuts his hair off? Oh, that just hit me. I was like, wait a second. I'm like, have we ever seen him do that? And it's like, yes, we have. We've seen it actually a few times, you know, throughout like different like, you know, music videos and stuff. And it's like, okay, so
good point.
Maybe there's something there. But I agree with what you're saying though, is that I think that just because it's referenced physically somewhere doesn't mean that there isn't another like meaning there. Like, I think it's just when you think about it, like I've done it many times in my life where it's like I have, you know, I've cut my hair because of grief or like, you know, different things. Like I've shaved my head for a long time. I no longer do, but it was very therapeutic, and it was this idea of like, leave me with nothing but myself.
Sure.
You know? And I think that there's something very poetic about that. But as the song in general, I think that this one is, the person was right that commented. It's like, dude, like it makes you appreciate everything that you have, where it's like, damn, like, I mean, I used to think, yeah, life is fleeting, whatever. And it's like, you know, it's like, no, man, I can't live with the mentality of a 12-year-old my whole life, man. I got to grow up. I got to, you know, take responsibility. I got to do this, and this. Like, this is a very, in my opinion, I think this is a song that very much grounds the listener in Blurry Face. I think it's something that's like, it reminds you of like, look, all this crazy stuff has happened here, but remember like what you are, who you are, and what you stand for.
Sure. Okay.
You know, that's how I'm interpreting it. But I'm also very invested in this album, and I love just,
agreed.
It's just so much fun, man. So
yeah, this was a lot of fun. Again, we always say it though, but a different sound. But again, even for them, like you said, it had that kind of, I don't want to say folk, or like you know, or like
it's damn near bluegrass with punk drums,
I was gonna say like bluegrass or something, but it was, and they kind of toyed with that line, that very I almost couldn't put my finger on it, but you said that raw sound, even though you can tell it was processed and you know and all this stuff, but it had that effect. It didn't seem, they were probably having a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah.
They have a lot of fun on all their songs, but this was probably another one where, like you said, they were just jamming. But,
dude.
Well, guys, this was incredible. We can't wait to go through more stuff like this. So you know what to do. Hit all the buttons if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Adios.